All right, so I got my mini me with me, and he always helps me out when we're doing anything with compost. And so in this video, I'm going to show him how to make compost tea for plants.
And we're gonna start right now.
What's going on, YouTube Gardener? It's your boy Sydney and Mini Me from the Naked Gardener channel. In this video, after watching it, you're going to learn how we make our compost tea for our plants. Now, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss an upload. Now, we already had this brewing for about 24 hours. Now, the good thing about starting a compost tea is all you need is just some already compost that we have shifted out, and we've got basically a fish pump that we got from the pet store, and we have some air stones, so that way it was able to bring some air into the liquid here. We didn't have a compost bag, so all we used was just a potato bag. You could use like a pantyhose, you can use a pillowcase, things of that nature. Any way that you can get some type of air and the compost in there to basically to seep through this water. Now, before you start, after you get your compost in here, you don't want to just put anything just right into here if you're using tap water, because most city ordinance, they do some type of chlorine to kill any type of bacteria in there, and since you're trying to add bacteria in here, you're basically going to be defeating the purpose of doing this. So what you want to do is, a lot of people, they let their water to sit out for 24 hours to let the chlorine to evaporate into the air, especially when you're doing like a 5-gallon container. To speed up the process, you could just put one of these air pumps in here that allows the air, to recycle the air in here to speed up the process of allowing the chlorine to evaporate. Add another, not just chlorine, they add a chloramine, and now that one takes a while for it to evaporate. So what you need to do is, once again, you could go to a aqua tank place, and they have a water conditioner, and this will take out all the chlorine and the chloramine out of the water there. You just put a few drops in here, and you just let it just sit in there for anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours, depending on if you have a air filter or not. If you don't have any of these, you could do the next best thing. Just get some regular vitamin C powder. With the vitamin C powder, it has an acid in here that breaks down the chlorine. It doesn't break down the chloramine, but it does break down the chlorine into the water. If you water collect any rain, the rainwater will be the best solution for this. So as you see, we got the compost into the potato bag, and all we added after that was we added some kelp meal in here. For this type of thing, we just added probably about like a handful of kelp meal, and this adds some micronutrients along with some trace minerals into your compost tea. And then we added some worm casting along with into the compost bag to add the nitrogen, a heavy dose of nitrogen into the compost tea. Added some molasses. We added some molasses in here. We just did like 2 tablespoons for this type of 5-gallon bucket here. And then we just let it seep in there for 24 hours. You can let it go anywhere from 24 to 72 hours. And as you could get closer to here, you can see as the air feed up in there, it gets good. Now with the molasses, it feeds the good bacteria. And then if you had a better pump than this, especially after 24 to 36 to 72 hours, you'll see it really frothing in here. That basically letting you know that you have your good bacteria just multiplying. So all we have to do is we just take a cup and we just add it to a particular plant. And it's that easy. So we're gonna just add some this throughout some of these container plants, and kind of show you there what to go. So this was a very easy thing that you can do over the weekend. You don't really have to do this a lot. Maybe just do it once a month. And if you want to do, you can use this as a foliager spray, where you just spray it on the leaves of your plants, and it will help immediately allow the plants to take up those nutrients. And we'll put a playlist above of other compost videos and how to do different DIY projects into the garden there. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss an upload. Until the next video, let's grow together.